Okay, so we talked about the documentation. So I take some time to document the other classes. So in this case, I documented the new assertion that I defined. I also documented the add task. Okay, the same way that as I did for the search task. Now let's talk about observability. So if we execute this test, okay, it's not logging things to us. It does when the assertion is incorrect. Let's do it again and check that the assertion was not correct. Okay, but let's say that we are running it in a pipeline. Okay, in Jenkins, for example. How do we know? Okay, we will know that it was failed because of the assertions, but how do we know what happened in this test without reading it? So we can do a better job while you logging the things here. Okay, I will just stop for a while to get the correct documentation to you, and we will see that we can expand this logging. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I'm back. So in the documentation, it was not hard to find. If you go to logs and execution, you will see that there is a recommended way to execute the test, that's pytest, but nothing stops you to use other test runners. Okay, I will show it in other video, but specifically to pytest, we can use this pytest.ini to control the way it logs the execution. So let's do this. Let's go here to our test and let's create this pytest.init file. And if we use these configurations here, you can check the entire documentation in the pytest documentation. Okay, in the documentation page, we can control the level of the log, and we can control if we log it or not. So now if we execute the test again, it's kind of more verbose, and this is another feature that the tester has when uses this framework. We can see here that we executed a transaction. In this case, the name was add task, and the parameters with title. So this is very good for debugging. And also we have the name of the assertion. So in this case is equal to variations of. Here we can see the expected and the actual are matching, considering this assertion here. And we also have the same logging for search task. Okay, we also have this parameter and the log of the assertion. Right down here, we see this teardown session. Okay, what's happening here? Do you remember that we used this undo method from the application? Okay, so this undo method reverts the actions performed by the do method when applicable. So in our case, we executed the add task and then the search task. The undo method does the execution in reverse, in a reverse way. Okay, so first it will try to revert the search task that there is nothing to revert because we didn't implement the undo method here for the search, and then it tries to revert the add task. So in this case, it does the correct job. It removes the ID. Okay. If we, just for illustrate the undo, if we go here to the search task, and if we implement the undo method, and let's say we just return, now we will see that the log is different. In this case, as we overrided the full implementation of the undo method for the transaction, now it does something. Okay, so that's a good way to make your test easy to debug, especially if you are executing it in a pipeline. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Let's go to the next feature in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.